The good old slip line, a really good boxing drill designed to help you with your bobbing and weaving from ducking under for when people are throwing hooks in their combinations for you to bob up and underneath to throw your own combination back. But I do feel some people don't always take full advantage of the slip line and other things they can do. So in this video, I'm going to go through a few things what I do with the slip line, what might help make it more interesting, and even more importantly, make your head movement a lot better. So stay tuned. What's up, fight fans? My name's Will Butler, and if you're new to my channel and you ain't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And just very quickly, every piece of equipment you see in this, I will put a link down below to Amazon where you can pick it up. Doesn't cost you no extra buying it from Amazon, but if you do purchase it, I will get a small percentage what helps the channel out. So I'll say thank you now. Right, let's crack on with the video. So like I said at the start, just some drills to obviously make your slip line workout a little bit more interesting and more better. Now obviously, you've just got the standard ones. I will go for the standard ones at first, where you're literally just bopping underneath and stepping forward. It's really great if you're a beginner and you're just practicing, getting used to slipping underneath and your footwork of moving backwards. That's really good. Obviously, once you've picked that up, you can start throwing combinations into it. You could start with just simply the jab, duck under, duck back, jab, duck under, duck back, jab, and vice versa, and doing other little bits, coming up and under. So you can start, like I said, we'll start with the jab, you could jab, and then under, jab again, jab, jab. You could start adding the jab cross into it, so jab cross, under, jab cross, and then back to both sides, so jab cross. So as you can see, there's loads of different things you could do with it. Also, make sure you're moving forward whilst you're doing these, moving forward and back. But you may have noticed Bob behind me. Now this is where I feel as if it could get really interesting and a lot more better and more advanced using the slip line once you've got used to starting off with the basics. And just very quickly as well, there's no harm in setting this up in a sort of in a fitness circuit and literally just practicing that, because you'll be surprised how tiring, I mean you can probably hear, I'll get that back myself, how tiring that can be. Now, back to the bob. I've tied this up to bob. The reason why is because I can practice slipping my head movement, but instead of just shadow boxing, I can actually strike something which feels so much better, in my opinion, of course. Don't get me wrong, shadow boxing, brilliant for the basics. It's very good for warming up and practicing the technique. But when you want to get your heart rate going and get a real workout in, this is where you can practice it. You can literally stand in front of Bob, you can practice slipping underneath, go for the body, and then the head, come up. Practicing getting your head off that centre line. Now, one thing which can be not necessarily not so great with this, but when you start practicing this, you're noticing, or you do notice, although you're doing your bobbing and weaving, you may not be maybe practicing your blocking as much. And obviously, even more important, if you're doing MMA or Thai boxing, the check is you can come across with your roundhouse kicks, making sure you still got good form, good technique. But like I said, although you're practicing the bobbing and weaving, you're not necessarily practicing your blocking. So, I'll come up with a solution to that. Boom. tied onto the other side of the line. So then that way, you can practice your blocking, your moving, your bobbing, your weaving, your blocking, moving about, making sure you're practicing all the other techniques as well as bobbing and weaving and moving out the way. And this one definitely does make it a bit more fun and a lot more to think about, which in a fight you do tend to be thinking about a lot of things. So if you do happen to have one of these at home, try and find something. I've just used a hand wrap to tie onto. Try and find something to tie onto it to make it a little bit more interesting for you. I promise you won't regret it. Now, obviously, once you've done that, you can tie it all in together. So you can make your way down one end, practicing your head movement, get close to the bob, and then start attacking. And then once you've done that, you can turn around, make your way out to the other end. And then make your way back down to the bob. Woo! That is a very, very good workout to do. Now, I do understand that not everyone's always going to have these equipment. Maybe at your local boxing, MMA gym, Thai box gym, etc. They might have some of this equipment, so you might be able to set it up, give it a practice. But if not, you can always, like I say, tie a string line to a punch bag or something. Just you've got something you can bob and weave under and practice ducking and moving out the way, and hopefully gets just a little bit more interesting and just a little bit more technical with it, just so it's not just tying it from one post to another where all you can do is you shadow box it. Don't get me wrong, if that's all you've got, doing that workout is going to be better than doing nothing. Like I said before, just standing there, literally in front of it, just bobbing and weaving back and forth, could definitely be a workout. Just always remember, practice good form, hands up by your chin, don't duck down like that, make sure you're bending your knees. You want to just glide underneath it, so you're just gliding underneath the punches. Don't want to come down too far because that's wasted energy. So you can always film yourself practicing, having a little muck about, and you all can hopefully see where you're going wrong. But like I say, it just helps you getting your head off that centre line. Thanks again for watching. Like I said before, give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments below if you've ever done anything like this before with the slip line. And so, if you want to learn some other head movement drills, check out the video that's going to pop up on the screen right about now somewhere.